in a temporary restraining order situation. So what did the texts say and how horrific are they? Keep reading for more details. When Shannon Beer was married to David Beer, they were not in a good space. There were so many struggles. And he eventually cheated on her. Luckily, they reconnected and recommitted, which helped their 3 daughters, Sophie, Adeline, and Stella. Unfortunately, it was not enough to keep them together, and they divorced with him. Moving on, he married Leslie Beer, and they had a daughter together. They seemed happy enough until it became competitive, and it appeared that they were headed for divorce. Allegations flew, and the two were splitting and getting back together regularly. A little over a year ago, restraining orders were filed, but then they looked like they were trying again. Now that has all changed, and Leslie is back to the temporary restraining order, according to In Touch Weekly. Leslie shared texts between herself and David, the helper case. It all started when he accused Leslie of having feelings for her ex Eric, which she has vehemently denied. Eric's came by the couple's home to get their 2 children when David supposedly lashed out at him. Per Leslie, all the children were present and witnessed David's behavior toward Eric's. It was very scary. I recorded this whole incident and will provide the videos to the court. All my children are terrified by David's behavior. After this incident, I received about 59 harassing texts from David in a row, telling me I was having sex with him, I should go have sex with him, and was accusing me of all kinds of things that could never be possible. David truly needs help. He gets in an obsessive mania state. When it came to David's texts to Leslie, he claimed she and Eric's referred to him as a monster. Shannon Beer's ex-husband continued to add, "You both stealing from me to support your baby daddy. I'm setting a boundary to that." Leslie Beer had this to say: "Great. You're sick, so toxic, I'm leaving you." David seemingly did not care as he gave her a goodbye and ended it. However, it was not over, and David Beer had more to text. "You might be right. I have PSD from you 2 lovebirds and your continued attacks on how I caused all the strife in your 2's lives because I your baby daddy should pay child support for your 2 children, and you 2 both felt I should happily pay and let Eric's off to spend his money on himself. At the end of the day, I am to blame because Eric's should pay child support." You said that over and over during their additional texts. David Beer told Leslie Beer to get a job while their daughter was at school. He used to ask Shannon Beer what she did during the day while he was off at work. So it's history repeating itself. Leslie suggested that he seek professional help and begged for him to stop harassing her. He did bring up Shannon in an earlier communication, where he referred to his ex as a saint in comparison to Leslie. The couple has a hearing in October, but for now there's a restraining order time. We'll tell how these texts will play into the ultimate decision. Are you shocked that David is speaking like this, or did you suspected all along that he might be a ticking time bomb? Let us know in the comments below. Amanda has been a professional freelance writer for over a decade, holding both a BA and an MA. Her passions include animals, iced coffee, gnomes, summer music, and Vanderpump Rules. RHO Shannon Beer's ex's harassing texts revealed in court. A deep dive into the drama surrounding the Real Housewives of Orange County. RHOC is never ending, especially when it involves one of the show's most polarizing stars, Shannon Beer. Over the years, Shannon has become synonymous with the turbulent ups and downs of reality television, her life playing out like an open book on camera, from her troubled marriage to her ex-husband David Beer to the emotional aftermath of their messy divorce. Shannon's journey has been a roller coaster. Recently, a new chapter in this ongoing saga unfolded when shocking text messages allegedly sent by David to Shannon were revealed in court. These messages, described as harassing and abusive, have thrust the former couple back into the spotlight, raising questions about the nature of their relationship and the lingering impact of their split. The rise and fall of Shannon and David. Beador understand the significance of these texts. We must first revisit Shannon and David's tumultuous relationship. Shannon joined RHOC in 2014, bringing her seemingly picture-perfect marriage to the show. However, it wasn't long before cracks began to show during her second season. Shannon publicly revealed that David had been unfaithful, sending shockwaves through the RHOC. Fans couple attempted to repair their marriage through therapy, counseling, and even a televised vow renewal. Despite their best efforts, the wounds from the affair proved too deep, and in 2017, Shannon filed for divorce. After 17 years of marriage, the divorce was anything but amicable. Bitter legal battles over custody of their 3 daughters and the division of assets dominated headlines. As the divorce proceedings dragged on, Shannon opened up about the emotional toll that took on her, both on RHOC and in interviews. Despite finalizing the divorce in 2019, it was clear that the scars from their relationship had not fully healed. This brings us to the present-day drama, where court documents reveal that the tension between Shannon and David never truly subsided. The harassing text messages, a window into a toxic dynamic. Court documents obtained by various media outlets. Shannon Beador presented a series of text messages allegedly sent by David that paint a disturbing picture of ongoing harassment. The content of these messages, filled with hostile language and aggressive accusations, has shocked fans and the public alike. While the exact wording of the texts has not been fully disclosed, reports suggest that they include derogatory insults, threats, and accusations aimed at Shannon's character and parenting abilities. One of the most troubling aspects of these texts is the timing. Sources close to Shannon have claimed that David's behavior escalated after she began dating John Jansen, her current boyfriend. It appears that David's jealousy and lingering resentment over the end of their marriage may have played a role in the nature of his messages. The texts allegedly included cruel remarks about Shannon's relationship with John and her ability to provide a stable environment for their children. Shannon, known for her emotional transparency on RHOC, has reportedly been deeply affected by these messages. In court, she expressed concerns about the impact David's behavior could have on their daughters, who are caught in the crossfire of their ongoing feud. According to sources, Shannon's primary motivation for bringing these texts to light is to protect her children from further emotional harm. The legal battle, seeking protection and accountability. Given the severity of the texts, Shannon filed a request for a restraining order against David, seeking legal protection from further harassment. The request outlines the emotional distress she has experienced as a result of his messages and her fears for her safety and well-being. While the court has yet to rule on the restraining order, the fact that Shannon felt compelled to take legal action speaks volumes about the gravity of the situation. Restraining orders in cases of domestic disputes are not uncommon, especially when one party feels threatened or harassed by the other. In California, where Shannon and David reside, restraining orders can be granted if there is evidence of abuse, harassment, or threats. If granted, the restraining order would legally prevent David from contacting Shannon or coming near her, providing her with a sense of security. David, for his part, has denied the allegations, claiming that his messages were taken out of context and that he was merely expressing frustration over co-parenting issues. His legal team has suggested that Shannon is exaggerating the severity of the texts in an attempt to gain leverage in their ongoing custody battle. However, Shannon's legal team is confident that the evidence of harassment will be enough to secure the restraining order. The public's reaction, divided opinions. The revelation of these texts has sparked intense debate among our Crow fans and the public at large. Some fans have rallied behind Shannon, expressing sympathy for the emotional abuse she was endured and commending her for taking a stand against David's alleged harassment. Others, however, have questioned whether Shannon's decision to bring these texts to court is a strategic move to gain the upper hand in her ongoing legal battles with David. The court of public opinion can be just as brutal as a courtroom, and Shannon's actions have not gone without criticism. Some detractors argue that airing their dirty laundry in such a public way is detrimental to their children who are inevitably caught in the middle. They claim that Shannon, by bringing these texts to light, is perpetuating the drama and creating more tension in an already strained co-parenting relationship. However, Shannon's supporters argue that she has every right to protect herself and her children from David's alleged emotional